Hello and welcome back. So let's take a look at our spaceship, and this is the asset. What I've done is I'm not gonna set this up. I'm just gonna quickly go through what I've done, and I cleaned up the geometry, deleted attribute and stuff like that, and then rotated this first one, made a copy of it and rotated it this way, and then I used a mirror, and then another copy, and I used another mirror, and this is the final result. So I have two of them. So let me disable this so you can see it. So this is the main core, and then I added this one, which is a thin layer with the spaceship pointing in a different direction. See, it's pointing like that, and then if I mirror and scale it down, I get this interesting silhouette, and then all that combined, and this is the spaceship. It's just a variation because I didn't like that the first one. It didn't work well with the composition, so I went with this version. Okay, so the next thing is, I believe, no, not this. I'm not going to delete anything. So this is what I'm going to use for the destruction, and I made an animation, so it's all in SOPs, a couple of keyframes, just moving the spaceship. Sorry, that's the noise. This noise only makes it rotate. It uses the cosine sine function to add a little bit of transformation noise, so it's not static. And then here, this is the main transform that's gonna start at the bottom, and then it's gonna come up starting at frame 96, and then it's gonna move forward. That's it. I hand animated this. It's not the best, to be honest. So what we can do is for the collision, we can do this. To prepare it for the RBD, I'm gonna go through each piece, which probably I should have done at the different level, and then I'm going to use fuse node, or actually let's try this. I'm going to fuse everything. I'm going to use a VDB from Polygon, and let's set this to 1 first. Okay, so let's lower it. 0.5. It doesn't have to be accurate, to be honest. Okay, so I'm gonna convert this. Something like that. And that's going to be our geometry for the collision. Now this has a lot of floating pieces, so what we could do is we can select the main one like this, and then blast it, delete everything else, and now we have one core, one piece. And there is another tool by, I don't have it here. Yeah, I don't have it. The Houdini game dev tools or something like that, they have a delete by size node that you could use that deletes all these floating pieces. So that's the geometry. I'm going to copy the 2 transforms for the animation. Okay, that's it. This is our geometry. And then we're going to plug this into the collision. Pardon me. Sorry. I'm going to create an object merge. And let me cut this and go here. And for this one, I'm going to use an RBD configure. And it is going to be a static object. And it's going to be animated. It's not deforming. Pardon pardon me. And I'm going to connect this with the underneath geometry, and that's it. That's all I have to do. Now I'm going to show the setup that I did without the RBD bullet solver. It's pretty much the same, it's just this one is easier, and this is the one I did. So I'm going to dive inside, and this is an RBD basic setup, and this is the main geometry. This is the collision underneath, and this is the spaceship. The only thing for the spaceship is I lowered the friction and the bounce, and it starts at frame 95. The drag is now included by default. This is the soft constraint, and I'm using a wrangle node to break it based on the angle which we've used. And that's it. And my gravity is 15, which is of the same value that we did together. And this is my final geometry. I added this ground here just in case something falls all the way down. It has something to collide with, because I didn't want to be dealing with object getting far away. I just want to make sure, I wanted to make sure that everything stays there, so that when I use it with a fluid source or something like that, it doesn't create a huge domain. And that's it. This is the final result. And I'm going to turn on the the spaceship. And the spaceship is coming. And it's pushing everything as we wanted to do. And because of that friction, not everything is staying there. And we're gonna do something else about it. So that's pretty much it for the entire ground collapse. I hope you guys liked it, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.